And now our continuing series on the greatest songs of all time. From 1965, The Beatles, Yesterday. Credited to John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Produced by George Martin. Paul McCartney's greatest ballad. It's one of the most covered songs in the history of recorded music. Over 2,200 versions of the song have been recorded. But of course, McCartney's version remains the most beautiful and the most daring of all, a frank poem of regret scored and sung with haunted elegance. The tune, he claimed, came to him in a dream. The working title of it for the longest time was Scrambled Eggs. McCartney confessed that we were a little embarrassed about it. We were a rock and roll band. Yesterday was, in his own words, the most complete song I've ever written. Of course, it was the first official recording by the Beatles that relied upon performance by just a single member of the group. The track was recorded at Abbey Road Studios, June 14, 1965. It came immediately after they taped the song I'm Down, and if there's a more contrasting set of songs between I'm Down and Yesterday, I certainly wouldn't know about it. Of course, it was just 4 days before McCartney's 23rd birthday. On the 17th of June, an additional vocal track was laid down by McCartney, and George Martin's arrangement for string quartet was overdubbed as well. It features Tony Gilbert and Sidney Sachs on violin, Kenneth Essex on viola, and Frisco Cabrero on cello. It was nominated for Song of the Year at the 1966 Grammys. It ultimately lost out to Tony Bennett's The Shadow of Your Smile. Chuck Berry said that Yesterday was the song that he wished that he had written. It was voted the best song of the 20th century in a 1992 BBC Radio 2 poll of music experts and listeners. It was voted the #1 pop song of all time by MTV and Rolling Stone magazine in the year 2000. And BMI asserts that it was performed over 7 million times in the 20th century alone. 11 weeks on the charts, a top spot of #1. Certainly one of the greatest songs of all time. From 1965, The Beatles.
Yesterday